Hold on to your hats, folks, because the future of politics is here, and it's more artificial than a $3 bill. We're talking about AI so real it could convince you that Donald Trump is suddenly advocating for tax hikes on billionaires. Or that Kamala Harris has traded in her signature Chuck Taylors for a pair of Louboutins. Could AI really capture the essence of these political heavyweights? Or is this just another digital illusion designed to pull the wool over our collective eyes? Buckle up, buttercups, because we're about to dive headfirst into the uncanny valley of AI deepfake politics. Remember when impersonating a politician meant hiring a guy who kind of looked like them, maybe with a bit of makeup and a wig to complete the illusion, and could sort of mimic their voice? Those were simpler times when a good impersonation was more about the humor and less about the accuracy. Now, we've got AI bots that can churn out speeches, tweets, and even deep fake videos that are so realistic, they'd make even the most cynical observer do a double take. These AI systems are trained on hours of footage, learning every nuance of a politician's speech patterns and body language. This is not some dystopian sci-fi movie, people. This is the world we live in today, where technology has blurred the lines between reality and fiction. This is real life, and it's happening right now. The implications are profound, affecting everything from political campaigns to public trust in media. We're talking about AI that can analyze hours of footage and audio to perfectly replicate a politician's every inflection, mannerism, and catchphrase. Imagine a world where you can't tell if a speech was given by a real person or generated by a machine. It's enough to make you wonder, if you can't trust what you see and hear, what can you trust? The rise of AI impersonators challenges our very perception of truth and authenticity, making it more important than ever to critically evaluate the information we consume. As we navigate this new landscape, it's crucial to develop skills in media literacy and critical thinking. Only by questioning and verifying the sources of our information can we hope to discern the real from the fake. The rise of the impersonators is not just a technological marvel, it's a wake-up call. Are we ready to face the challenges it brings? The future of our information ecosystem depends on it. Now, before we go all Chicken Little and scream that the sky is falling, let's take a deep breath and look at the bigger picture. It's easy to get caught up in the fear and uncertainty that new technologies bring. AI, in and of itself, isn't inherently good or bad. It's a neutral entity, a creation of human ingenuity that holds immense potential. It's a tool, like a hammer or, well, a really sophisticated chatbot. Just as a hammer can be used to build a house or break a window, AI can be used for both constructive and destructive purposes. The problem isn't the tool itself, but how it's used. The ethical considerations and the intentions behind its use are what truly matter. And when it comes to politics, let's just say there's a lot of room for misuse. The stakes are incredibly high, and the temptation to exploit AI for personal or political gain is ever present. Imagine a world where AI-generated fake news spreads like wildfire, swaying elections and eroding public trust in our institutions. This isn't just a dystopian fantasy, it's a very real possibility that we must confront. It's a chilling thought, and it's one we need to grapple with sooner rather than later. The future of our democracy could very well depend on how we choose to regulate and control the use of AI in the political arena. We need to have open, honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI. Policymakers, technologists, and the public must come together to create guidelines that ensure AI is used responsibly. Public awareness and education are crucial. The more informed we are, the better equipped we'll be to navigate the challenges and opportunities that AI presents. So, let's not panic, but let's not be complacent either. The future is in our hands, and it's up to us to shape it wisely. Let's be honest, folks. Donald Trump and controversy go together like peanut butter and jelly. Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying that he has a knack for staying in the headlines. From his days as a real estate mogul to his time in the Oval Office, Trump has always been a magnet for media attention. So it's no surprise that the former president has become a prime target for AI impersonators. In this digital age, where technology evolves at breakneck speed, AI has opened up a whole new frontier for misinformation. The ability to create hyper-realistic images and videos means that anyone can be made to say or do anything, and Trump is no exception. We're talking about everything from deep fake videos of Trump busting a move at a dance party, to him making outrageous statements that he never actually said. These AI-generated videos are so convincing that even experts sometimes have a hard time telling what's real and what's fake. And it's not just videos. AI-generated tweets are flooding social media, mimicking Trump's distinctive style and tone. These fake tweets can be inflammatory, humorous, or downright bizarre, and they spread like wildfire, often fooling even the most discerning users. USA Today's fact-checkers have been working overtime debunking the endless stream of Trump-related misinformation. It's a Herculean task as they sift through mountains of content trying to separate fact from fiction. Their job is crucial, but it's also incredibly challenging. It's like playing whack-a-mole with a hydra. Every time they knock down one fake, two more pop up in its place. The sheer volume of misinformation is overwhelming and it feels like a never-ending battle. Every time they knock down one fake, two more pop up in its place. The problem is, when you repeat a lie often enough, people start to believe it. This is the real danger of AI-generated content. It can create a false reality that people accept as truth. The problem is, when you repeat a lie often enough, people start to believe it. And with social media algorithms prioritizing engagement over accuracy, these fake stories get more visibility than ever before. People are bombarded with so much information that it becomes difficult to discern what's real and what's not. And with AI making it easier than ever to create and spread fake news, the line between reality and fiction is getting blurrier by the day. The implications are profound, affecting everything from public opinion to election outcomes. The line between reality and fiction is getting blurrier by the day. As we navigate this new digital landscape, it's more important than ever to stay vigilant, question what we see, and rely on trusted sources for our information. The future of our democracy may depend on it. Kamala Harris, the first female vice president, is no stranger to breaking barriers. But could she also become the first politician to be undone by her own AI doppelganger? It might sound far-fetched, but the technology is there. Imagine AI-generated videos of Harris making controversial statements or deep-fake audio of her disparaging key voting blocks. Such content could spread like wildfire on social media, potentially swaying public opinion and even influencing the outcome of an election. The implications are as unsettling as they are unprecedented. So, who are the masterminds behind these digital puppet shows? Well, it's a mixed bag, really. Some are just bored teenagers looking for internet fame, while others are politically motivated actors trying to sow discord and manipulate public opinion. Then there are the foreign governments like Russia, China, and Iran, using AI to meddle in other countries' elections. It's like a digital Wild West out there, and the sheriff is nowhere in sight. But here's the kicker. It's not just about creating fake content, it's about making it go viral. And that's where things get really scary. Can we trust our digital eyes and ears? We live in a world where we consume most of our news and information through digital platforms. But what happens when those platforms are flooded with AI-generated fake content that's virtually indistinguishable from the real thing? It's a recipe for disaster, folks. If we can't trust what we see and hear online, how can we make informed decisions about the issues that matter most? The answer, my friends, is not to unplug from the digital world altogether. That's about as realistic as expecting Donald Trump to give up Twitter. The bad news is that AI is only going to get more sophisticated in the coming years. We're talking about deep fakes so realistic you'll swear you're watching a live broadcast, even when it's completely fabricated. Imagine a world where you can't even trust your own lying eyes. It's a chilling thought, but it's the reality we're facing. The good news is that we're not completely helpless in the face of this technological tsunami. We can fight back against AI-generated fake news, but it's going to take a collective effort. So, what can we do to protect ourselves from this onslaught of digital deception? First and foremost, we need to be more critical of the information we consume online. Don't believe everything you see and hear, especially if it confirms your existing biases. Check multiple sources, look for fact checks, and be wary of anything that seems too good or too bad to be true. Remember, folks, critical thinking is the best weapon we have against the scourge of fake news. This is not just a problem for journalists, politicians, or tech companies to solve alone. This is a problem that affects all of us, every single one. So let's talk about it together. Share this video, discuss it with your friends and family members, and demand that our leaders take action to address this growing threat to our democracy. The future of our information ecosystem is at stake, and it's up to all of us to ensure that truth always prevails over fiction. Subscribe to our channel and share this widely. It's the starting point of saving our democracy.